I can't explain the man I once was. There's no excuses for the things I've done. People change as time passes by us. You keep thinking that I'm gonna run, that I could be swayed by another woman, hurt you again and drag you along. But you're dead wrong if you think I'm gonna mess it up. Dead wrong.
Really cool. Mark Oldenburg is joining us. Mark was the track president in the early 90s when we had to move from Grand Prairie out here to Hythe, and Mark helped us get the track built and all those things. Mark brought a photo album with him here, and this photo album, it's all pictures from the construction of the track. So 30 years ago, we had our first race, but there was a whole boatload of work that went into building the facility here. So if you want to swing by, on Hunter's desk here, we'll have this little photo album. You can have a look at some photos. We'll chat with Mark a bit more in the intermission about all that went into getting the Speedway built. And 30 years, Mark, Doreen, I raced with Doreen a while back, and Mark was really involved at that, and we want to thank him, one of our initial builders here at the Speedway, and we're so blessed to celebrate all those people that helped get this off the ground. We're proud to cook dinner for the Legion last night.
There's a change in your mind. I'm headstrong, but I'd be a fool to lose your love. See what you're thinking about the look in your eye, but you're dead wrong if you think I'm gonna mess it up. Dead wrong. There's a change in your mind. I might be headstrong, but I'd be a fool to lose your love. See what you're thinking about the look in your eye, but you're dead wrong.
They are entry-level class. You can build a car in a bit of a. It's not a full roll cage. They've got an H brace in there, and just.
on too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, pull me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word up on your lip, lip. Better that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. You take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. Do what it takes. That I fear of being typical. Looking at my body feeling miserable. Always hanging on to the visual. I wanna be invisible. Looking at my years like a martyrdom. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough, I'm the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word up on your lip, lip. Better that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. You take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins.
I found the devil in a bottle of wine when it was over.
Welcome, race fans. We are just about to get going with our racing action today. It is weekend number 3 at the Hythe Motor Speedway. We are super excited to have a full slate of cars racing at the track today. We also are just so thankful to say thank you to our local heroes and our first responders. We want to invite you to join us. If you got time, you're close to the Speedway, come on out. Lots of races still to happen today, and it's just going to be a wonderful weekend here at the Speedway. Weather's pretty good, a little bit windy, but it's going to be a great day. We want to say thank you to all of our partners this weekend. We want to thank CIA Solutions, Eagle Eye Drone Services, 2Day FM for putting this event on all weekend long, and it's going to be a great time. Also racing tomorrow too, and we're just going to get going with our racing today, day 1 of our weekend number 3.
If I ain't got you, I ain't got nothing left. Nothing to care for, just regret. Everything I have collects dust on the shelf. Pictures of you holding me. If I could go back, I'd change my way, yeah, pull myself together. We're 2 birds of a feather. I don't wanna go out there on my own without you. I am broken, and I don't wanna sleep.
Going to go this time by, starting on the pole, is the 43, driven by Tanner House, outside the 7 minivan that's railing right inside the 13, and calling outside the 19, Mike Tracy. And the back here, time is the 34, Julianne House. They're going to go green this time by flagman Brett Summick. Up in our Traveland RV flag stand, he will throw the green, the cars will come to life. And we are racing for day 1 of weekend 3 at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Yellow flag's going to come out. Brad didn't love the start. We're supposed to try to let the leader start the race, so Raylan's going to have to wait a little bit for that 43 car to get up there. They'll get them lined back up, and we will do it one more time. Every restart at the Hythe Motor Speedway is double file. A couple of our classes have the choose rule. We'll talk a little bit about that if and when we get to use that today. See all the different flags we got up there. You know, the green flag means go. The white flag is one you'll probably see. That means 1 lap left. So that tells the drivers if you're trying to win the race, you better hurry up. The checkered flag, of course, ends the race. Yellow flag, caution flag, slows the cars down. Something happened on the track. Red flag, we use only if we need to stop the cars pretty quick and get our emergency crew out there. Hopefully our emergency crew is able to just kind of put their feet up today and take it easy. Blue and yellow flag is the hold your line flag. If a driver is kind of driving erratically, we'll show them that. And the black flag, that's the flag you don't want to see. That's the penalty box flag. So black flag usually means you've done something you shouldn't have on the track. And if it's rolled up, that's a warning to smarten up what you've been doing. If it's unrolled, that means you need to go into the pits. You have been sent into the pits for that race. Sometimes it's for a mechanical issue, but usually it's for unsportsmanlike driving. So that's the penalty box flag, and it will come out sometimes. Gonna go green this time, coming out of corner 4. You'll hear those cars roar to life. 43, Tanner House on the bottom. He will start the race. Little bit better start, and brand new driver there, so they're just learning how to get him going. We'll run him green down the back straight. Your early leader, the 7 minivan, that is Raylan Wright. Underneath the 19, Mike Tracy gonna sneak underneath the free candy machine. Leader right now, the 19 on Mike Tracy. Second is the number 7, Raylan Wright. Third, the 43, Tanner House. 13, Brad Collins. First time ever racing here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Great little battle here at the back. The 43, the 34, the 13, all trying to find their way through. 34, Julianne House gets around the 43. Tanner House, Brad Collins going to sneak underneath as well. They're now going to try to reel in that number 7 minivan driven by Raylan Wright. Raylan currently in second. Your leader stretching out to almost half a track is the 19 of Mike Tracy. 2 laps to go on the Blue Wave Energy scoreboard. That means white flag is going to come out this time by to your leader. That is the 19 of Mike Tracy. Julianne House has moved up into second. Raylan Wright in third. Your winner will be the 19, Mike Tracy. Second will go to the 34, Julianne House. Third will be the number 7, Raylan Wright. Fourth, 13, Brad Collins, and 5th of 43, Tanner House. That's Heat 1 of our Big Rig Collision. Run your junk class. A couple of the new drivers clearly did not see the checkered flag come out. Still racing. They just want to get more laps in, that's all. It happens. I've drove on Highway 43. Sometimes people don't know what they're seeing out there either. So it happens. It happens. If you haven't already, swing on by Hythe Motor Speedway on Facebook. Give us a like or a follow. And share out the live stream that is currently being broadcast by CIA Solutions, our amazing live stream partner. We also have Eagle Eye Drone. When they can, they're going to use the drone. It's a little windy here for drone flying, but they had it up a bit, and they'll see if they can get it up a bit more. Nice to see the Gon family here today. Good to see you, Gonzo. Excited to have a bunch of our former racers and crew members and family support join us for our salute to the Speedway, 30 years here at the Hythe Motor Speedway, and just great to see some faces we don't always see, and always great to have them back. One of the things, I live in Calgary, I'm a school teacher down there, and the reason I keep coming back is I joined this race family many years ago. I grew up at the old dirt track, playing underneath the grandstands, getting half-drank beers poured on my head, but it was a blast, and then I came here and was able to actually get in a race car and race with these guys and camp and cook dinner, and it was a lot of fun. We're going to go green with our starter stock class. Leading the way will be Chevy Matthias. '34, Chevy Matthias, your leader. 95, Jason Anderson on the inside. Outside is the 17 of Caleb Pelche. Little bump there by Anderson. Matthias holds on to it. Anderson trying to find a way. He's going to try to sneak a nose under the 34. Matthias going to leave a room 3 wide into corner 3-4. Ken Stevenson hold it on the high side. Oh, a little bit of rubbing and racing there. That was hairy, but they come out of it okay. Chevy's got it gathered back together. Oh, flat tire for the 34. Caution has come out. There might have been a little bit of contact there when they were 3 wide. It just, real estate wasn't lots. There's lots of room in the corners. It gets a little tight in the straightaways, and so looks like a tire down that 34. They got the whole crew there ready to go, and they'll get that tire changed quick. Kind of exhilarating being down there. I know we're not NASCAR, but it's always fun to see how quick can you get that car up in the air and tire on and off. One of the things we do at the Hythe Motor Speedway, because we want to see you guys have as many cars out on the track, we give our drivers time to change their tires and get that repair done. I'll get that car up off the ground. We don't have the 2-pump jacks like NASCAR. We got to have the 43-pump jack, so takes a couple pumps to get her off the ground. We'll get that tire off and ready to go. There goes the tire. How many of you, this is your first time at the Hythe Motor Speedway? Put your hands up high if you've never just joining us for the first time. Well, we're glad you're here. We hope you're enjoying it so far. Don't forget, we are racing again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Racing will start. Gates will open at 1. Autograph session at 2:30. If you want to check out our young racers, they race bright and early, 9 a.m. on the little dirt track. It's a great way to start your morning. And then, rip into Beaver Lodge, grab a breakfast sandwich at A&W, and come back for the rest of the day. Want to say a huge thank you to T&E Pumps. T&E Pumps is the title sponsor of our grandstand, large grandstand, and helped us get that renovation done. 1 to go. Chevy's back on track. They got that right front changed, and he's ready to get back out there on the track. 95, Jason Anderson, your leader outside. The 76, Sean Stevenson inside row 2. The 17 of Caleb Pelche outside. The 6 of Jeevan Martin, and in the back with that changed tire, the 34, Chevy Matthias. Cars are going to come to the green flag, the road to life. Anderson leads them to the line. Stevenson on the outside. Great battle here for the lead. Jason Anderson still leader, 75, Sean Stevenson second. Chevy Matthias has made his way back up into third position, getting around the 17 and the 6. Those 3 drivers in the back, they are all rookies. They're all learning. Jeevan Martin trying to hold that car down. Bit of trouble there for Jeevan. He gets her gathered back up, but that allows Pelche underneath. Two laps to go on the Blue Wave Energy board. That means white flag, this time by Jason Anderson, still your leader. He'll come to the line, 1 to go. Sean Stevenson going to try to reel him in. Stevenson right up to the back bumper, not going to catch him. Your winner, he won. The 95, Jason Anderson. 76, Sean Stevenson will be second. Third will go to the 34, Chevy Matthias. Fourth, the 17, Caleb Pelche. And fifth, the 6 of Jeevan Martin. Great race. Lots of all sorts of different action there in our Savannah Well Services starter stock class. That is the entry-level V8 class. So those are all V8 rear-wheel drive cars. They got full roll cages, full race seats, fuel cells, all that kind of stuff. It's a stock chassis, all that kind of stuff, but full-blown safety gear, all that kind of stuff, and race tires, and just a great way to really learn how to dial in a car for circle track racing and motorsports. The next cars coming onto the track, they're a little bit more race cars. So these are called our Elite Streets, and that's because they're just a little bit more of a race car than those starter stocks. Less things stock, more things performance parts. We like to thank you to our big sponsor, Strategic Industrial Cleaning Solutions, for sponsoring the Elite Streets all season long. Our flagman Brad and his company and everyone there, thank you for your support for our street stock class. This class will also host Invitational next race weekend. That's our Super Nationals, August 30 and 31. That's our biggest event of the year. Tickets will go on sale on Monday on our website. You're going to want to get your tickets. Last year, I think the place holds about 1,200. I think we had 1,175. So this year we might sell out. So you want to get your tickets ahead of time and make sure there's room for you here in the grandstands. Going to get the cars lined up. Starting on the pole will be the 6 of Matt Bird, joining us out of Hinton, Alberta. And the 9, that's Brady Plipiak. Number 7, inside row 2, Brooklyn Clark. Outside the 23, Dean Adams. And in the back, the 01 of Chris Moore. If you missed qualifying, Chris Moore, 4 1,000ths of a second off of our track record. 0.004 off the track record. So close. Nice cool day. Usually good for setting track records. And man, he was just gutted that he missed it. But great to see so much speed in that truck. He is getting that thing dialed in for Super Nationals in just 3 weeks. The infield, the pits will be packed. We'll have probably 20 plus street stocks, 18 modifieds. It's going to be a heck of a weekend of racing. You're not going to want to miss it. Cars are ready to go. Coming out of corner 4, they will come to life. Matt Bird will set the pace and start the race. Bird on the inside, Plipiak on the high side. Push is way high. Great job by 23 Dean Adams staying off the 9 car. Brady, good job too, keeping clean with a push out of corner 3-4. Matt Bird, now your leader. Brooklyn Clark up into second. Dean Adams trying to get underneath the 7 of Brooklyn Clark. Brooklyn trying to set up on the high side. Great little battle here for second place. The more these two battle, Matt Bird in the 6, he's going to try to check out. Dean Adams now trying to get on the outside of the 6 car. Lots of laps left still. Going to be 4 laps after they cross the line. Dean Adams drives it in hard. Can he make it stick? Matt Bird on the bottom, Dean Adams on the high side. White flag coming out this time by. It's going to be heck of a finish. Adams way up the track. Checkered flag will come out. The 6, Matt Bird. Dean Adams will finish second. Third will go to the 0-1, Chris Moore. Brooklyn Clark will be 4th. And 5th, the 9 of Brady Plipiak. Heck of a race there. Great battle for the lead. Dean Adams sailed her in there on the second last lap pretty hard into corner 3-4 and just couldn't get enough grip there up on the high side. A little bit of marbles once you get out of the second and a half groove, and it gets a little dicey up there. So great job with those drivers, all keeping those cars pointed in the right directions. Next up on track, we have our IMCA Modifieds. This is the International Motor Contest Association. This is the longest running class here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Some of our early drivers ran in this class. In the old days, they used to run the same cars on both dirt and pavement, and nowadays they run separate purpose-built cars. So cars built for asphalt, cars built for dirt. If you've never had a chance to keep going up the highway and join our sister track in Taylor, the Taylor Speedway, they just finished their season, but they have a heck of a racetrack up there. Next year, you got to mark it on your calendar. Go check out the dirt track racing up at the Taylor Speedway just as you cross the bridge before you get to Fort St. John. Great little speedway up there, just like us. Club run by volunteers, and they put on a heck of a show. Starting on the pole in the HJ5, that's Jeff Clark outside the 92. His nephew, Mike Clark, inside row 2, the 72 of Tyson Clark. Outside the 41 of Ashton Webster. Inside row 3, that's the 46 of Jamie Krishik. Outside the 74 of Keaton Plipia. Keaton was your quick time today, so he'll start at the back and try to work his way through the pack as the race goes green. They got the 1 to go. They're going to come green this time by the 5 car. Uncle Jeff, he'll set the pace and start the race as they come to the line. Mike Clark going to try to scoot around the outside. Jeff Clark, though, going to hold on the bottom. Not going to let his nephew by that easy. Mikey has a good corner, but hangs it out, coming out. That'll let Uncle Jeff come back on the inside. Mike Clark, now your leader on the high side. Uncle Jeff will move back to second. Third is the 72 Tyson Clark. Clark. Top 3 cars on the track right now. Battle between the 46 of Jamie Krishik, the 41 of Ashton Webster. All tight battle there for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Looks like a loose door on that 72 car. It's flapping in the wind. Gonna go 3 wide into corner 3-4. They'll come out okay. Tyson Clark going to run that into the pits. I don't know if it's just because of the loose door or if he's having some issues. Mike Clark still your leader in the 92.5. Jeff Clark in second, third. Battle between the 46 and the 41. Ashton had a bit of a mishap there with Mike last year. And they thought they had a bunch of work to do, but it was a bent ball joint and a shock, and they were able to get that car back in running order again. Great to have the Webster family joining us again here this season. All 5 of these cars really close. Once they get spread out a little bit, it's hard to make up ground. All the drivers are going to be searching for different levels of grip to try to find a way to get around the speedway. White flag will come out that time by. Your leader still the 92, Mike Clark. Jamie Krishik going to see if he can sneak under the 5. Uncle Jeff slams the door. Your winner of Heat 1 in the IMCA Modifieds will be the 92 of Mike Clark. Second place will go to the HJ5, Uncle Jeff. 46, Jamie Krishik. 3rd, 4th will go to 74, Keaton Plipiak. 5th, the 41, Ashton Webster. And 6th, the 72 in the pits of Tyson Clark. Big round of applause for your Heat 1 winner in the IMCA Modifieds. That is the number 92, Michael Clark. So that's our end of Heat 1. We'll next get our Run Your Junk cars lined up again for Heat 2. We will take the winner of Heat 1, put them at the back. The loser of Heat 1 will go up to the front, and we'll do it all one more time. These are kind of like seeding races, so we can get our cars set and ready and lined up. And then they'll get the points calculated and see where they line up for the main event. I want to say a special thank you again to our weekend sponsors, our media sponsor, Today FM. We want to thank our gold sponsors, City of Grand Prairie and Streamline HD. We also want to thank silver sponsor, Wild Horizon Ventures. Thanks you to their team and their support. We want to also thank Eagle Eye Drone Services for their drone work, CIA Solutions, and all of our partners. I'm blessed to be up here in the Paragon Oilfield Supply Media Center. We've got our Travel and RV flag stand, our Blue Wave Energy scoreboard. Short time later, you'll see our GP Networks Winner's Circle. All these amazing partners, the T&E Pumps Grandstand. We're just blessed to have so many great corporate partners help us keep this gem of the North going here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. If you need a shirt, you need a sweater, you need a hat, head on down to the promo booth and get yourself some swag. Got some brand new Hythe Motor Speedway hats. If you want to know what they look like, come find me. You can see it on my head. It looks real good. Get the cars all lined up here. Starting on the pole will be the 43. That's Tanner House outside the 13. Brad Collins inside row 2, the 7. That is Raylan Wright outside the 34. Julianne House and your Heat 1 winner, 19, Mike Tracy, will start in the back. Green light is on. We're going to go green flag racing coming out of corner 4. Tanner House will set the pace and start the race. Oh, sorry, 1 to go this time by. I apologize. 1 to go. Again, busy end of the season here for the Hythe Motor Speedway. We got racing here today and tomorrow. And then we're racing again August 30th, 31st for the Super National, sponsored this year by Ken Sargent, GMC Buick. We've got our West Car 150, sponsored by Applied Industrial Supply. And don't forget, we have Trucks of the North doing their truck show August 23rd here. Big show at the Speedway. And the green flag's going to drop. Tanner House will get the horsepower going. And away they go. Brad Collins leads lap 1, but the 19 of Mike Tracy gonna sneak underneath him. Mike Tracy, your early leader. Second, the 13, Brad Collins. Third, the 34, Julian House. Battle for fourth between the 43 of Tanner House and the 7 of Raylan Wright. Julianne House in the 34 up into second. Your leader still the 19 of Mike Tracy. White flag this time by. Your winner, the 19, Mike Tracy. Second will be the 34, Julian House. Third, the 13 of Brad Collins. Fourth is going to be the 7 of Raylan Wright. And fifth, the 43, Tanner House. Great second heat for the Big Rig Collision Run Your Junk class. Again, a lot of those drivers brand new, learning how to get their way around this 3/8 mile high banked asphalt oval. We are working real hard right now on raising some money to repave the speedway. If you are interested, we have a GoFundMe that you can donate to. $100 will get your name on the donation board, and we're going to do up a little sign kind of for all time to come of all the people that have helped support that. All part of our goal here to celebrate 30 years at the Speedway and move into our next 30 years beyond here in the Peace Country. It is a track that drivers love to come and race at, and the challenge right now is our surface is getting pretty abrasive and it's hard on tires. So if we can get a new fresh coat of asphalt on the track, that'll help those tires last longer, brings the cost down a little bit for the drivers, and means more cars and racing for you here on the track. Heat 2 of our Savannah Well Services starter stock class, starting on the pole, will be the 17 of Caleb Pelche, outside the 34 of Chevy Matthias, inside 76, that's Sean Stevenson, outside the 95, Jason Anderson. And in the back, the 6, Jeevan Martin, electing to start tail, still learning and getting used to controlling the car. They're going to get one to go. They'll go green next time by. Green flag gonna drop. Cars are gonna come to life. Caleb Pelche, your early leader. Sean Stevenson on the high side. Had a brief 3-wide minute there, but they got through okay. Stevenson going to come around the outside of 17. He will be your leader coming to the line. Jason Anderson moving his way through the field as well. Anderson going to pull up alongside the 17 car, Caleb Pelche. Caleb gets a good run through 3-4. Anderson with a bit of a push. Stevenson, though, checking out from the field, already about a quarter track lead on the rest of the field. Jeevan Martin going to sneak up into third position. Heck of a battle, the 3 young racers. Oh, contact between the 34 and the 6. That'll bring out the caution. Doesn't look too bad, though. Looks like they both were able to kind of slide off each other. Jeevan, I think, just left the door open a bit, and Chevy tried to take it, and then Jeevan shut the door, so probably both those drivers will go back to the back. Thumbs up from Dad Seth down there saying, Chevy, you're good to go. Keep on her. Rookie drivers learning how to control their big cars on this track, and it's a little different than what they've done before. So get them all back and lined up again. You might hear me talk about cars being tight or loose. If you watch that highbrow racing or your Top Gear or any of that British stuff, they'll talk about oversteer and understeer. So, and that's similar. So if you hear understeer, that's the same as a car being tight. What that means is you go into the corner, you turn the wheel, it doesn't want to turn. It's kind of like driving on ice. The car just keeps going straight. Not ideal. If your car is dealing with a tight condition, you're going to chew up that right front tire, and it's going to make the car hard to turn. The secret to being fast at the Hythe Motor Speedway is getting around the corners as quick as possible and as smooth as possible. Something people have a hard time when they first come and drive here is they want to drift the car in the corner because drifting is cool. Well, drifting is cool, but it's also really slow. And so getting that car to turn in the corner and rotate without squealing the tires allows your car to go faster. Now, when the car is loose, that means the back end wants to come around, so we call that oversteer. You turn, and the whole car wants to spin around, and that can make it a bit trickier. On the pole will be on the front will be the 76 Sean Stevenson, outside the 95 Jason Anderson, inside row 2 17 Caleb Pelche, outside is the 34 of Chevy Hythe, 6 Jeevan Martin in the back. They'll go green. Oh no, he just, holy cow, just saved it. That was almost a catastrophic crash on the back. Heck of a bit of driving by those 3 drivers in the back to come out of there with nothing. No harm, no foul, but it got a little hairy on the back straightaway for the 17 of Caleb Pelche. Sean Stevenson, still your leader. Oh, Jason Anderson, trouble. Looks like there might. Just seeing those 2 cars kind of go around there. It looked, I don't know if the track's getting a little bit slick. Just going to run up here and chat with our flagman quick. Flagman Brett, so I'm going to give him 1 to go this time by. I got the best seat in the house right now. Sean Stevenson on the inside, 95 Jason Anderson on the outside, 34 Chevy Hythe, Caleb Pelche in the 17, and Jeevan Martin in the back. 5-lap shootout for heat number 2 in our Savannah Well Services starter stock division. Sean Stevenson still your leader in that 76 car. Jason Anderson trying to reel him in. Battle right now for 5th position. Jeevan Martin on the bottom. Caleb Pelche running the high side in the T-Bird. Checkered flag going to come out this time by. Your winner will be Sean Stevenson. Second, Jason Anderson. Third, Chevy Hythe. Fourth, go to G. Martin. Fifth, the 17 of Caleb Pelche. Just chatting with Isaiah down in our liquor booth. He's kind of bored right now. So if you need to get watered up here, we got all sorts of drinks down there. Bush beer. They've got highballs and spirits. Everything you need down there. Check out our liquor booth under the Paragon Oilfield Supply Media Tower. Next up, we've got our Strategic Industrial Cleaning Solutions Elite Streets Heat number 2. Matt Bird was your winner of Heat number 1, so he'll start in the back, starting on the pole. Be the 9 of Brady Plipiak, third generation racer. His grandpa Dennis Worst still wheeling the modified at the Taylor Speedway. And his dad Darren Plipiak raced and comes from that lineage of racing. Brooklyn Clark in the same boat. She is a fourth generation racer. Her great-grandpa Russ Clark raced in Penticton. And then Jim and her uncle Jeff raced here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Her dad, BJ, brother, or uncle Mike, and her cousin Tyson all racing here at the track. And Grandma Cindy, she ran for a long time here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. She'll start on the outside. Chris Moore inside row 2, outside the 23, Dean Adams, and in third by himself, the 6 of Matt Bird. Cars will roar to life, coming out of 4. Great start for that 9 car, Brady Plipiak. He'll pull away by a car length on lap 1. '23 Dean Adams quite high on the back straightaway. Looks like he stayed out of the wall. Battle right now is for second position between the 0-1 and the 7. Chris Moore move up into second. Brooklyn Clark back to third. Matt Bird now trying to get a nose underneath that truck. Brady Plipiak still your leader in the 9 car. Chris Moore in the 0-1. Battle for third between the 6 and the 23. Brooklyn Clark now trying to get that truck to work on the high side. Dean Adams really loose into corner 1, but he saves it. White flag going to come out this time by. It'll be 1 to go on the Blue Wave Energy scoreboard. We're going to see a battle for the finish here, folks. Brady Plipik on the bottom, Chris Moore on the high side, coming out of corner 4. 0-1, Chris Moore at the line. Heck of a battle there. What a finish. 0-1, Chris Moore will take it at the line 9. Brady Plipik will be second. Third, I missed the battle for third. It was the 23 or the 6. Pull it up. Dean Adams in third, the 6, Matt Bird in fourth, and the 5, fifth, the 7 of Brooklyn Clark. If you're interested in following along on our scoring app, if you look on your app store and look for an app called Speed Hythe, it's a yellow colored app, kind of a Y shape. Click on Speed Hythe and then go to live scoring on the bottom, and you will find HMS 30th anniversary, and that will show you all of the events that are going on. You can see the finishes of races. You can see how quick the lap times are, all that kind of stuff. Pretty neat way to track what is going on our speedway. We do that with transponder systems. So there's a scoring loop that goes right in the finish line, and every time the cars go past, it sends a signal up to our computers, and we're able to organize that way. In the old days, I'm sure some of our older drivers will remember, it was a common job for the wives of racers to count laps. And so they would sit up here in the scoring tower and they would count how many times they went around. Now, it's not too bad in a 12-lap heat race to keep track of laps, but we used to have enduro races where the cars would run 200 laps or 2 hours. And you had to keep track of where these cars were on the track. They would go into the pits, and at the end, they would go through all this paperwork to try to keep track of who was where. Thankfully, those days are over, and we can use our scoring system here with the computer to keep track of all those things for us. But some of those unsung heroes, I know a lot of racers will say their spouses were the ones that allowed them to race, allowed them to do all that work, but they also spent a lot of time volunteering at the speedway as well. 1 to go that time by. On the pole is the 72 of Tyson Clark, outside the 41 of Ashton Webster, inside row 2, 74 Keaton Plipik, outside the 46 of Jamie Krisick, inside row 3 the 5 of Jeff Clark, and outside the 92 Mike Clark. They're going to go green this time by. This Heat 2 sponsored by Wild Horizon Ventures. Big thank you to Keegan and his team for supporting this event this weekend. Cars around on the back straight. Not sure if there was contact or just loose conditions. That'll bring out the caution. Uncle and nephew get into each other a little bit there, 5 and the 92, so Mike and Jeff involved in that one, but both cars look like they are okay to keep going. Uncle Jeff is tapping. Uncle Jeff tapped on the roof, so that is him saying, I take responsibility for that. So he'll go to the back, as he says, that was my bad, as the young ones say these days, and we'll get them lined back up. Remember, these drivers, this class, they get the choose rule, so as they come by, flagman Brad Summick's going to give 2 flags, and that will tell the drivers on the back straightaway to choose. Do they want to run on the inside or the outside? Inside or the outside, once they get the lineup set. If you've watched NASCAR, this is pretty similar. On the back straightaway, right underneath the Birchcliff and Addo NDT sign, there's a red dot in the middle of the track. That's our choose dot, and drivers will decide if they want to start on the inside or the outside, and that'll be their choice to see where they want to go. Sometimes there's an advantage. You might have 3 drivers say, I want to stay on the inside. The 4th place driver, he can say outside, and he'll start in second on the high side. So the drivers will choose on the back straightaway. Ashton Webster will get first choice if he wants to start on the inside or the outside. I predict he will choose to go on the bottom, but I have been wrong before. Ashton goes low, Tyson high, Jamie low, Keaton low, Mike will go high, and Jeff will go low. So you see there, that lets the 92 of Mike Clark move up past the 74 because he chose to go high and start on the outside. 1 to go this time by. So your order will be the 41, Ashton Webster outside, 72, Tyson Clark inside, row 2, 46, Jamie Krishik outside, the 92, Mike Clark inside, the 74, Keaton Plipiak outside, the 5 of Jeff, or sorry, inside the 5 of Jeff Clark. They will go green this time by. 41, Ashton Webster, still your leader. Battle right now for 3rd between the 74 and the 72. 2 of our younger drivers in the modified class. Krisick on the high side. He'll get around the 41 of Ashton Webster. Plipiak now up into 2nd. The whites of flag that time by. Plipiak going to try to get to the high side of the 46. Coming to the line, going to be a battle. 46, Jamie Krisick will take it at the line. 2nd will be the 74, Keaton Plipiak. 3rd, the 72 of Tyson Graham. 4th will go to the 41, 92, Mike Clark in 5th, and HJ5, Uncle Jeff in 6th. Big round of applause. Your Heat 2 winner in the IMCA Modifieds. That is Jamie Krisick. That'll mark the end of our heat race action. We will take a brief intermission. Great time to get some food, get some clothing if you want, get some drinks, maybe a Busch beer. And keep yourself watered. Check out the 2-Day FM booth. If you haven't signed up with their QR code, they're giving away a barbecue. And get your name in the draw. Want to big thank you to all our partners. And we will be back after a quick intermission.
trying to act, trying to locate the memory that hurt so true. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, the devil in you. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, what you could make me do. I'm crying out to the devil in you, I'm crying out to the devil in you. There's colors on the winds and there's a knock at my door. With a naked face, I'm looking tired and bored. My reflection shows just what I've been through. So I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, the devil in you. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, what you can make me do. I'm crying out to the devil in you, I'm crying out to the devil in you. I made my lips the same color that I paint the town. I jacked my hair so high and it's sitting like a crown. Don't you call out my name, cause I will make you feel blue. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, the devil in you. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, what you can make me do. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, the devil in you. I'm crying out to the devil in you, the devil in you, what you can make me do. I'm crying out to the devil in you, crying out to the devil in you.
Tell me, baby, what you doing lately? I just met you, and this is crazy, but I think we have some chemistry. Cutie sitting next to me, picturing our children getting way too far ahead of me. I wanna love you more than just a weekend attraction, saying all the right things to get me some action. Every day's a Sunday, stay in bed for the sleeping. Wanna love you more than a weekend. Hey baby, don't you wanna date me? I got your number, and it's amazing, but I think we have some chemistry. Found the perfect recipe, picturing you with a ring, yeah, way too far ahead of me. I wanna love you more than just a weekend attraction, saying all the right things to get me some action. Every day's a Sunday, stay in bed for the sleeping. Wanna love you more than a weekend. Come on over, baby, baby, come on over now. Come on over, baby, baby, let me show you how. Come on over, baby, baby, come on over now. Love you for the sleeping, more than just a weekend. Come on over, baby, baby, come on over now. Come on over, baby, baby, let me show you how. Come on over, baby, baby, come on over now. Love you for the sleeping, more than just a weekend. Damn, baby, you were worth the waiting. I spent so long anticipating. Now we're honeymooning pleasantly, giving you the best of me. Picturing our grandkids getting way too far ahead of me. I wanna love you more than just a weekend attraction, saying all the right things to get me some action. Every day's a Sunday, stay in bed for the sleeping. Wanna love you more than a weekend. Than a weekend. Than a weekend.
across the vast prairie, skipping all the trucks, stopping such a wild country. Going down to road map before we get lost. Gotta get back on track, these roads get me crisscross. Glowing gold beside back road, beauties beyond boundless. Rolling hills, give me thrills and lead me to the mountains. The summer sun heat beats rising from the asphalt. Cars go tearing through the streets until they hit the road salt. When the winter switches and the snow begins to blow, keep between the ditches or you'll run it off the road. Midnight run, the morning sun when you get the call. Rain to sleet to snow so deep, driving through it all. Underpass to overpass, need the gas, get going fast.
Mark Oldenburg, if you can just hang out right there, Mark. I'll chat with you here.
Headlights shine on dark nights, reflect lines and road signs. One touch your way to go, but anywhere's home when you're living on the road. Semi-trucks get packed up and ride the rough terrain. Hay bales get stacked up before the autumn rain. Loading up a long hauling with the heavy freight. Smarten up the semi-truck and keep it underweight. Oilers fill the trailers from the tankers in the north. Flames the engine, fire spins the tires back and forth. Northern goods travel down Highway 63, passing by all the small towns and picking up some speed. Cruising on the QE2 from the dirty city. Hey, Cowtown, we're coming through, but we'll be gone here quickly. Ride like a cowboy and enjoy the mountain trail. Get closer to the border and open up the sails. I'm the fast to overpass, give the gas, get going fast. Keep the face, don't hit the brakes, lead the chase, get what it takes. Headlights shine on dark nights, reflect lines and road signs. One touch your way to go, but anywhere's home when you're living on the road. Living on the road. Living on the road. Underpass to overpass, give your gas, get going fast. Keep the pace, don't hit the brakes, lead the chase, give what it takes. Headlights shine on dark nights, reflect lines and road signs. One touch your way to go, but anywhere's home when you're living on the road.
What's up, y'all? It's Steve Brown with the Sweetheart Mix at 6. And we got a brand new one from Brampton's very own Russell. This track is smooth. It's got me wanting to buy flowers. It's got me wanting to sing love songs in the shower about a relationship I'm not even in. Hear me now, believe me later. This is a banger. Here's Russell and Rita's freestyle.
Life been crazy, this you know. So much talking on this phone. You can see I'm depressed. I've been way too vulnerable. Life got me feeling so low, but I'm just trying my best. I just wanna buy you flowers.
Joined here behind the Paragon Oilfield Supply Media Tower with former track president Mark Oldenburg. Mark was the president when we went through the transition of moving from the old Grand Prairie Speedway to now here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. That was early 90s. Maybe just talk a little bit about the process. I know at one point there was a committee formed just for finding a new place for the track and building the track and all that. I know you were part of that, Rolly, and some of those guys were a part of that committee. Maybe just talk about those early days and the vision and how it all came together.
Well, we had a track in town, a dirt track, but it was on leased land and it was being developed. They decided to build an industrial park there, so we had to move. I agreed to become president of the club long enough to get the track built, and away we went.
That's awesome, and we were just talking, and we talked about Hythe, and Hythe being known as the volunteer capital of Canada. Maybe just talk about when you guys were building it. It was not a small undertaking. This is one of the highest banked tracks, one of the larger tracks in Western Canada. Yes, there was support, but it was a new big step from a dirt track to a paved track. Maybe talk about how many people came out and helped. I know we talked about there was walkathons to get bricks bought and all sorts of things. It was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, the track it was probably 90% volunteer effort back then. We had very little money. Even back then, it was still $1 million project. But the town of Hythe, the people of Hythe came together massively. We could just about ask for anything we wanted and it would show up.
Yeah, it was pretty cool looking at the list of those original kind of sponsors and partners, and I was talking with Councillor Brian Peterson, who was a big part of that back then too, and he said, oh, that was my uncle's company, and that was the guys that lived down the road. And it was a lot of small companies, but like you said, 14 pieces of iron at one point, and all of it was donated. It might not all been the same company, but someone said, here, I got a loader, you can borrow that, or I got a skid steer, you can borrow that.
We had massive amounts of equipment and sponsored it. In Hythe here, we could ask for just about anything, and if it was here, they just wanted to help.
Yeah, it's really cool, and we're just so blessed. I don't know if you know the whole story about how the track got its banking, but maybe you can lend a bit in there. I have a photo of the original drawings, but everyone tells me those numbers aren't really correct. Maybe lend a little bit of how did how did the bird get its wings? How did the Speedway get its banking?
Well, we had an engineering drawing done of the track, and we said we wanted, 4 different corners, and so the engineers drew us up a triangle. So that wasn't so good, so we redid that, and we got it kind of looking like what we wanted. And as we were building the elevations in the corners, we eventually the surveyor set out stakes, and they put the ribbons on the stakes so the operators knew how high to fill the corners. And we were out here about 1 o'clock one morning, because we were always late because we had to repair equipment. Everything was sponsored, so we had to do repairs. And we were just sitting there looking at the banking and started walking around it and thinking, we could use more banking here. So I think it was Rick Peterson and myself, and I think there was somebody else. And we looked at it, and we just started in one corner. We just started raising the ribbons. And I think we got some of them up about 2 feet higher than they were supposed to be. We walked all the way around the track, and when we got back to the other end, they all kind of lined up, and we never said a word. And if anybody noticed, they shouldn't tell us.
And that's part of what gives Hythe its magic. It's one of the fastest tracks because of the banking, but it also allows that great side-by-side racing that a lot of tracks that are flatter, you got to bump and run. You got to drive into a guy, drive on him. Here at the Hythe Motor Speedway, there is multiple grooves that are just as fast and just as exciting. Mark, I know you don't love talking on the microphone, so thank you for taking some time. You mentioned Rick Peterson. I know there was Brian, there was Rolly, there was all sorts of people. I don't know if there's any other people you remember that lent a hand. I know we don't want to miss anyone, but we'll try our best to cover some of the names.
There are dozens and dozens of people, far too many that I could ever begin to name.
Yeah, for sure. So many, and thank you for your guidance and your help back then. I know you couldn't do it by yourself, but you were the one that was the first call, I guess it was, and dealt with a lot of. Thank you for helping with that. We appreciate all your help you did later on, even running tow truck. Doreen had a car, all those kind of things. And you're still around in the community and doing that. So thank you, Mark, for all your help. We appreciate it. And thank you for getting us started on 30 years at the Hythe Motor Speedway.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Mark Oldenburg, former president of the Hythe Motor Speedway.
Can make a hard man feel. Whoa, how your love makes me feel. So let's run away to the old backwoods revival. Shine a little light on this messed up world. Then we'll throw away all the old tough guy bravado. No one really gives a damn about a cold-hearted man. Yeah, just a little love can make a hard man feel. from the start that your walls were up, like you were hiding from your heart. There was something in your way, like you were scared to fall, but something made you stay. I know it's scary, but I just wanna say I could be your person, I could be your man, I can be your safe place, your home base when no one understands. I can be your best friend, take you by the hand. You know it's never too late to try and start again. There's no need to rush, but you should know that I'm all in. But if it's up to me, I'd love to be your person. And look away when your eyes meet mine. Is there something you can't say? Is there someone in your past? Well, I'm not him, and if I was, I'd die to have you back. Yeah, I know you worry, but starting here today, I can be your person, I could be your man, I can be your safe place, your home base when no one understands. I can be your best friend, take you by the hand. You know it's never too late to try and start again. There's no need to rush, but you should know that I'm all in. But if it's up to me, I'd love to be your person.
Can I get Jason Anderson and Brooklyn Clark? Jason Anderson and Brooklyn Clark to the grandstands.
I know it's scary, starting here today. I could be your person, I could be your man, I can be your safe place, your home base. No one understands. Be your best friend, I'll take you by the hand. Yeah, it's never too late to try and start again. There's no need to rush, but you should know that I'm all in. And if it's up to me, I'd love to be your person. Yeah, I could be your person.
Can I get Gray Durin? Sorry if I said it wrong. And Haley Richards. We got the winners of our favorite driver award. We got young gray hair Gray picked Jason Anderson as his favorite driver. And there's your trophy, Gray. You want to smile? Turn around, smile for the camera there. We'll get the hat on your head. Look at that. He's going to be a race car driver. He knows how to get that sponsor hat out real quick. Always got to thank the sponsors. And our other favorite driver winner, she's a driver. Driver picked a driver. Haley Richards raced on the little track this morning. He picked Brooklyn Clark as her favorite driver. So big round of applause for our favorite driver winners. Now Gray and Haley, at the end of the main events, you're going to help pass out trophies. You know their routine, so that'll be awesome too. There you go. You're
wrapped around the body of a dead man in the ground. Under the dying light, found taste for freedom in a Magnum 45. She floats on down the road to a future void of harm, where love is something.
If there's any more racers on this side, please get into the pits, Jamie, Chris.
Tattoo on his arm, and now she's a hired gun for the laws of nature.
Now, I've seen a few of you. If you could raise your hand if you've ever raced a car at the Hythe Motor Speedway, crewed on a car at the Hythe Motor Speedway, or you had to financially support a car at the Hythe Motor Speedway, raise your hand. That is awesome. Thank you so much for our old racers. Or you've done everything. Yeah, exactly. We are a volunteer-run track. We rely on our racers and our crew members and all of our helpers. And for 30 years at the Speedway, it's pretty remarkable. We're pretty blessed. We're glad you joined us today. We hope at least 30 more years here in Hythe. And next year, the year after, hopefully she's got some new pavement on her and it'll be even faster and more furious than it is right now. Fast and furious, oh jeez. Next up, we'll have our first main event. It'll be your big rig collision run your junk main event. We're gonna have a couple special pace cars.
She's a hired gun for the laws of nature, the only one who could ever save her was the face in the mirror she saw every day. Though it spoke not a word, she had so much to say. She's an archetype of Mother Nature, the quintessential raging cage, who's turning the scars from her body and mind into the bullets for her guns, smoking barrel.
There it is. Oh no, the boys are trapped in the back. Yeah. Not very often you see 10-year-olds going 80 kilometers an hour. And our fire crew, big round of applause for all they do, county fire crew. They've had a busy couple of years here in the Peace Country, and a lot of them give so much of their time, especially here in Hythe, for this community, and for a long time, fully, the Volunteer Firefighter Association. They did so much, and we're so grateful for all that they do. Just getting all our cars lined up here. Here come the popo. We're pretty lucky. I'll talk about our firefighters. They also show up in the mornings and help make sure that our mini sprint kids are safe on the small track, and they give and they give and they give, and I wish we could give more, but they're just wonderful humans. So if you see these people around, thank them, give them a hug, and for all they do. It is a tricky and sometimes thankless job. Pace vehicle will head into the pits. The police have let him go wild on the track, starting on the inside, 43. That is Tanner House outside the 7, Raylan Wright inside row 2, the 34 of Julianne House, outside the 13 of Brad Collins, and in the back the 19 of Mike Tracy. Great to see that eagle-eye drone in the sky, navigating this wind right over there in corner 1, 2. You see it moving back and forth. They're going green flag racing. Make sure we get that green light on. Green light on there, Mr. Flagman. Green light on. There we are. Great battle here for these 5 cars. Julianne House sneaks up on the inside. She's your leader after 1 lap. Going down the back straightaway, 19, Mike Tracy. Gonna sneak underneath the 34 car. Oh, the door gets slammed. Little bit of contact there between the 19 and the 34. Julianne House to the bottom, trying to get under the 19 car. They're going to battle. Oh, they're rubbing down the back straightaway. Mike Tracy, still your leader, 34. Julianne House in second. Third is Brad Collins in the 13 car. Mike Tracy, 19, still your leader. Just heard from our scoring officials, Mike Tracy's car is technically not fully legal, but he still wanted to race, so he will not take the trophy if he wins, because it is he's in a higher level class, and so he's got a little bit more car than the rest of them. So he's out here just learning and having fun. Sounds like he's going to build a new car next year to run here at Hythe as well, but we're glad to have him. So just if you see at the end of the race that he comes in, it's going to be white flag this time by and the checkered flag will come out. 1934, Julianne House, second. Will go to the 13. Brad Collins, third. Will go to the 7 of Raylan Wright. That is our big rig collision run your junk class. If I can get my favorite driver winners, we'll do our trophy presentation. So clearly Mike doesn't have a mirror, he just backed into another car, but we'll figure that out. Number 7 is third. BJ, number 7, minivan. Just 1 second, guys, okay? I don't know what the fuck that was. Just get all our finishers out here onto the track.
Baby, we're getting I'm falling, you're falling. I know we're feeling scared. We might not be in love yet, but baby, we're getting there. I'm all in if you're all in. Take my hand and say a prayer. We might not know where we're going, but baby, we're getting there. Your heart is like the ocean, and I just wanna know it. Let's take some time and slow it down.
So again, the 17 car was running exhibition
Days like
since he doesn't fit in our
this,
rule book, so that's why he is back in the pits.
away.
We have our top 3 legal cars, I guess we'll call it, or
Don't
non-exhibition
know
cars.
where I'm going, but I can't
Finishing in
stay.
third, first time back on the track in a while, driving the number 7 machine, that is Raylan.
That I
Right!
have left of you, but I hope that I'll find me.
Second place finisher, first time ever at the Hythe Motor Speedway, driving the number 13 machine, that's Brad Collins. And parking it in the GP Network's winner's circle, driving the number 34 Avenge Machine, that's Julianne House.
On how
That's the Baby Shark car.
tell you all the hell I went through
Next up will be
because of you.
our Savannah Well Services main event, sponsored today by Streamline HD. Want to say a big, exciting thank you, Stephen and the crew at Streamline. They're booking a band to come play at Super National, so that'll be pretty cool. Sunday night after the races, we'll have a band, and it'll be a lot of fun. So big thank you to them. We're also going to have our Prime Towing tow truck on display, again, as a feature for our First Responders Weekend, and all they do in our community, and the risk they put themselves at. I live in Calgary. I drive up to the races a lot, and man, I wouldn't want to be a tow truck driver on Highway 2. That doesn't sound like fun or look like fun, and those guys do it day in and day out in the worst weather and the best weather, and it can be a little bit sketchy sometimes. So say a big round of thanks to them. I want to say another thank you to one of our season-long sponsors, New Horizon Co-op. They have sponsored free admission for children 12 and under. Big thank you to them. If you get a chance, like them on social media, give them a shout out and thank them for doing that. Again, Blue Wave Energy sponsoring our scoreboard back there. GP Networks, the Winter Circle, Paragon Oil Seal Supply, our sound tower sponsor, Traveland RV, our flag stand sponsor. I just want to say another thank you to Traveland. They were our presenting sponsor last weekend with the Super Trucks here. And sorry I couldn't make it. I was busy Calgary stampeding, so I was away working with some bands down there, and it was a great time. We also want to thank our event sponsors, Beer Bros and Spirits in Saddle Hills County. Those of you sitting on that new grandstand, I hope you're nice and secure. The boards are nice, fresh, beautiful new grandstand. We want to thank all of our partners, T&E Pumps, Nelson Lumber, Pembina Pipeline, Danny Hoffer, Phil DeHolzen Contracting, as well as On the Head for all the work that was donated, all the work that was done to get those new grandstands refinished and ready for the season. We also want to thank Bearcom for the donation of radios, County Grand Prairie donating gravel and helping with the mowing, Elite Vac and Steam for the porta potties, Greber Construction for all the equipment they donate to the mini sprint track, JLB Contracting, Joel for his help welding, whatever we ever need, and of course Prairie Disposal. They help with making sure we got a place to put all our garbage at the end of the weekend and making sure that we get it looked after. So thank you to all those companies. If you're ever in need of any support those companies can offer, please use them. Tell them that you heard about them here at the Hythe Motor Speedway, and thank them for their support. On track now, we've got one of our long-time supporters in Prime Towing with the Pace Truck there. We want to say a big thank you to Dallas and everyone at Prime. Always here to make sure that our racers are looked after and we can keep our show moving and going. Thank you to them. Reminder, when you see those blue and yellow lights on the highway, slow down, give those guys some space, and let them get everyone home safe. Starting on the pole will be the 17 of Caleb Pelche. Outside the 34, that's Chevy Matthias. Inside row 2, the 95 of Jason Anderson. Outside the 6 of Jeevan Martin. Sorry, Jeevan. And in the back by himself, that is the 76 of Sean Stevenson. That was one to go that time by. They will go green flag racing next time around. Flagman Brad Summick gonna throw the green flag and they're off. Pelche leads them to the line. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Anderson trying to get underneath. Still gonna try to get, made it through there. That was a little hairy for a bit. 3 wide going into corner 1-2. Things are getting a little tight. Chevy will back out of it, let the cars go back to double file, and they'll go back down the back straightaway. 95, Jason Anderson, your new leader. Sean Stevenson now moving up into second underneath the 17 of Caleb Pelche. Anderson, your leader. Sean Stevenson, second. Third is the 34, Chevy Matthias. Little bit of contact between the 6 and the 17. They'll come out of the corner okay. That's the battle for 4th and 5th position. Good old stock car racing at the Hythe Motor Speedway. There, a big old Heavy Thunder rolling to life. Want to say a special shout out to our photographer, Danielle Lambert, up there in the flag stand, making sure she captures all the action here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. John Stevenson, still your leader. Jason Anderson in second. Third is the 34 of Chevy Mathias. Fourth, the 17, Caleb Pelche. Jeevan Martin sailing it in on the bottom. A little bit of contact, the 17 and the 6, warning to the 17 from flagman Brad Summick. See the two cross flags coming this time, but that means halfway through the main event for the drivers. It's one thing to get out front. You also have to pace it. This track is hard on tires. You got to make sure that you can keep the grip under the car the entire length of the race. You have to make sure you don't use all your stuff up too early, because later laps of the race, those other cars can come and catch you. '95, Jason Anderson still trying to find a way to reel in that 76 car of Sean Stevenson. Sean just doing enough of what he has to do to stay out front of the 95 car. Anderson, though, gaining about a car length every couple laps. As the laps tick down, look for the 95 to catch up to the 76. 5 laps to go. 76, Sean Stevenson, still your leader. Jason Anderson in second. Third is the 34, Chevy Matthias. Fourth is the 6 of Jeevan Martin. Fifth, the 17 of Caleb Pelche. Two laps to go on the Blue Wave Energy scoreboard. That means white flag will come out this time by. Sean Stevenson still holding on, but Anderson trying to track him down. Your winner, Sean Stevenson. Second will be the 95, Jason Anderson. Third will be the 34, Chevy Matthias. Fourth, the 6 of Jeevan Martin. Fifth, the 17, Caleb Pelche. Whew. Thought I was in the east side there for a second. Holy moly.
In a fantasy where I was born and lived to roam.
Third place finisher today, driving the number 34 Junk Life Machine, Chevy Matthias.
All the time, just to breathe in. I run out of breath. It fills my eyes with emotional.
Second place, he sat about a car length back, just didn't have enough to reel in that 76 car. Driving the number 95, Anderson Hardware, Michener Allen Auctioneers Machine, Jason Anderson. Your main event winner today, driving the number 76, Pat's Auto Supply, Mountain Springs Mechanical Machine. That is Sean Stevenson. Hunter's gonna sneak in there. Pretty awesome. Driver lets the favorite driver winner keep the trophy. Pretty cool. Big thank you to Sean. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Just get a quick chat with Sean here. I know he is a man of lots of words, and he loves that. But maybe we'll just talk about something cool. Last night, we had the opportunity to cook dinner for the community of Hythe at the Legion dinner, and I know you and I aren't very good cooks, but maybe talk about some of the people that helped make that dinner possible.
Yeah, so there was Willie Wirtz and Diane Stevenson, Donna Hansen. They all came out and they did an excellent job. It was very, very good. It was a good way to give back to the community.
Yeah, it was awesome. We were proud as a Speedway Association to donate the cost of all the groceries and the money back to the Legion, and they do so much here in the community of Hythe, and also supporting our veterans is something important. And Sean's our vice president. He does lots of work behind the scenes. He hates talking on microphones, so I won't make him say too much. But yeah, big shout out to all those people that helped with the meal last night. And what do you think? Super Nationals should be a pretty good event.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. August 30th, 31st, Super Nationals here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Think you're heading to Edmonton next week. Good luck at EIR, and I hope it all goes well. Sean Stevenson, your winner today in the Savannah Well Services Starter Stock Division. Do you guys like burnt rubber? Oh, you don't like burnouts? Okay, someone likes burnouts. Chevy's gonna do a burnout if you want to make some noise. That's not very loud. I hear louder. Oh, we got a couple. Here we go.
Early mornings never
Let's go, make some noise.
trying to make ends meet. Put on a face for another long week.
Trying to keep her
Just
pointing in the right
trying to
direction.
get by. Don't get me
Dad's
wrong,
giving him the okay to spin her around.
It's all gonna end with a ride in.
There's a little one. He's learning still. He'll get better every time. I keep telling Mr. Trudeau that we run hybrids here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. They burn gas and rubber. Maybe we'll get a carbon tax rebate. I won't hold my breath.
Let go, 'cause you never show what tomorrow's got in store. Grab your demons by the horns if you wanna tell them. 'Cause that's what I'm doing. And giving lots of thought. What I'd do if I didn't need a job. Spend more time doing what I love and coming home to you. Can't wait around for a helping hand. It's only you can make a self-made man. Ain't no time to sit on your hand. No room for the excuse. It's the right time. Step out of line. You never know what you're gonna find. Have a little faith to ease your mind. That's what you gotta do. Let go, 'cause you never show what tomorrow's got in store. Grab your demons by the horns if you wanna tell them. 'Cause that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah. It's the right time. Step out of line. Never know what you're gonna find. Have a little faith to ease your mind. Let go, 'cause you never show show what tomorrow's got in store. Grab your demons by the horns if you want to lose. That's what I'm doing.
Again, big thank you to our first responders team. 911 Industrial Response, our Hythe Fire Crew, part of the County Fire Service.
That's what I'm doing. Hey!
Now we've got our Strategic Industrial Cleaning Solutions, Elite Streets, Brooklyn Clark on the pole, Brady Flipping outside, 6 Matt Bird on the inside, Dean Adams outside, and 01 Chris Moore in the back by himself. Boogity, boogie, boogie, let's go racing! Seven truck Brooklyn Clark, your early leader. We're gonna go 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's gonna get tight. There's no room. Dean Adams will back out of it so they can come out of corner 4. Okay. That little battle there, 3 wide, slowed that pack down. That let Brooklyn Clark stretch out about a 6-car length lead down the back straightaway. She is trying to get out of Dodge while these other 4 drivers are trying to run her down. Brooklyn Clark still leader in 6-car. Matt Bird into second. Third is Brady Plipiak. 4th place battle right now. 3rd and 4th, and 9 in the 01 and Chris Moore. Chris trying to run that high side. He likes it up there. He'll try to get 2 cars in 1 lap. Chris Moore will move up into second position now. He's going to set his sights on that 7 truck, but he's got a long way to go to reel in the 7 of Brooklyn Clark. Brady Plipiak around by himself on the coming out of corner 2. That'll bring out the caution. Don't know if something failed on there or he just got the nose in the grass and that made that car come around. The drivers lined back up. Once they're in the correct order, you'll notice that flagman Brad Summick will give them the 2x2 flags. That'll tell them on the back straightaway they're going to do the choose rule again. So again, drivers will decide if they want to start in the inside lane or the outside lane. Every driver has a preference. Every driver sets their car up a little bit differently to run a little bit higher, a little bit lower on the track. But to be fast at the Hythe Motor Speedway, you've got to be able to run both grooves consistently. And again, 1 to go this time by Brooklyn Clark on the front row, inside in the 7 truck, outside 0-1 Chris Moore, inside row 2 the 6 of Matt Bird, outside the 23 Dean Adams, and then we got the 9 of Brady Plipiak. 17 laps to go in our Strategic Industrial Cleaning Solutions main event. Chris Moore, your leader, he's stretching out now around the outside of the 7 of Brooklyn Clark. Dina Adams now trying to see if he can get a nose underneath the 7 truck. Dean Adams underneath the 7. They're going to go door to door down the back straightaway. Great battle here for second position. Nine laps to go after Chris Moore passes the line. 0-1 truck still in the lead. 23, Dean Adams second. Third is the 7. Brooklyn Clark, bit of a battle between the 6 and the 9. Matt Bird, Brady Plipiak. Sun behind the cloud cools the track down a bit, adds a bit more grip to the track, so you'll see the lap times increase or decrease a little bit. Four to go, coming to the line. Chris Moore out for a Saturday cruise out there. He's got about 12 car lengths on the field. If you've got your car set up right, you pretty much don't need any brake. You lift the gas, set the nose, and drive it right through the corner and down the straightaway. Flag this time by Chris Moore. As long as he can come through corner 3-4. Dean Adams, though, has reeled him in. But your winner of the main event will go the 0-1 truck, Chris Moore. Second will be the 23, Dean Adams. Third, the 7, Brooklyn Clark. Fourth will be the 6 of Matt Bird. And fifth, the 9 of Brady Polipiak. Your third place finisher today, driving the number 7 Vulcan powered machine, that is Brooklyn Clark. Second place today. Got her to second place. Can't find park in it right now, but that's okay. Driving the number 23, J. Adams Auto Body, Halcyon Alliance Oil and Gas Services Machine, Dean Adams. And your main event winner almost set the track record today. I shouldn't say that. I know he's wishing he had a little more speed there. Driving the number 01 Barry Motorsports and Mechanical Machine, that is Chris Moore. Down in the GP Network's winner's circle with the 0-1 of Chris Moore. Took a little bit. Brooklyn checked out for a while. He had to reel her in, but took a little while to get through from the back. But patience paid off, and then the rocket ship took off.
Yeah, we had the car set up real good this morning for qualifying. The track conditions were quite a bit different, and we've been fighting it a bit the rest of the day here. It's when it warms up like that and your car's not set up for it, it's very challenging. I think we're all kind of dealing with pushing cars right now with the way they're set up, but yeah, we're doing what we can and happy to be here.
So close to the track record today. I know you're a little crushed by that, but I will say, how sweet would it be to set a track record at Super Nationals? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do it while everyone's here. We're gonna have a big crowd and a lot of cars here, and the current first and second place track record holders will be here. So it'd be nice to do it when they're here for sure.
Yeah, again, August 30th, 31st is going to be a heck of a street stock battle here. Cars from all over for the Tri-City Series. It's going to be a lot of fun. Any sponsors you want to thank here for your helping you get on the track today? And congrats on the nuptials, Mr. Moore and Mrs. Moore. Great news there at the track in your wedding there last week.
Yeah, thank you. And all my sponsors are huge for putting us here. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have a track, we wouldn't have race cars, we wouldn't have anything. But you absolutely nailed it right on the head there. Thanks to my wife, Amanda. And, she puts up with a lot of this too. And without her allowing us to do all this, we wouldn't have any fun either. So
that's what it's all about, family at the racetrack. Your winner today in the elite street class, Chris Moore in the 0-1. Cover your heads. Get the drone down. We don't want the drone to get taken out by a seagull.
I'm ripping down this highway. I'm going without a single care. Gonna do all of this my way. No direction, but I'll know when I'm there. All I know is that my wallet is thick, and I've got a need to ride on.
We don't need no valves. You just float them.
Nothing, no one, nowhere can slow me down. Nothing, no one, nowhere will see me around. Nothing, no one, nowhere can slow me down. Nothing, no one, nowhere will see me around. The night is coming fast, and I don't have a place to sleep. Meet up with you so I can crash, and maybe do a little more when we meet. If we're gonna do this, gotta be now, 'cause I've got the need to ride on.
Okay, get ready for our last main event of day one of our great weekend of racing here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Reminder of our event, it's tomorrow, 9 a.m. They'll be racing on the mini sprint track, free of charge if you want to check it out. The gates on this side of the track will open at 1. Qualifying will be around 2 o'clock, autograph session 2:30, with racing starting at 3 p.m. So lots to do here in the Peace Country tomorrow, and we hope you can join us and check us out at the fastest 3/8 in the West. And drivers getting their cars dialed in for the last few events here at the Hythe Motor Speedway to wrap up the season. August 30th and 31st will be championship weekend for our local cars. Again, we will have that West Car race September 13th, and that'll be a really cool special event. They're going to do 150 laps, which hasn't been done on this track in a long time. Make some noise for the police. Yeah, it was weird. A couple people I saw in the audience, the cops go by, they put their hands up. I didn't know what was going on there, but guilty conscience, I guess. As the cars come underneath the flag stand, flagman Brad Summick will give the drivers 4 fingers, telling those modified drivers to form up. in corner 1, 2, you will notice that the back middle 2 row cars, they will pull to the inside and the outside, and they will go around on that front row 2 cars, forming 4 abreast. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the IMCA modified salute to the fans. And this weekend, we're going to say a special salute to our first responders with the police up front. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could stand, make some noise for our drivers and, more importantly, our first responders. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for keeping us safe. And let's go racing. As they pull through corner 2, the front middle 2 drivers will pull ahead. Jeff Clark, Tyson Clark will pull ahead. The 41 Ashton Webster and Mike Clark will move back into their positions. And the cars will get lined up. Pace car into the pits. That means it won't be long. And those modifieds will roar to life. They're going to get 1 to go this time by from flagman Brad Summick in that Traveland RV flag stand. And we're going to go racing. 30 laps, door to door, IMCA modified racing here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. The class that's been with us for 30 years here at the track. Out of corner 4, Jeff Clark will lead him to the green. Jeff Clark still your leader. Tyson Clark now battling back to the high side. That's Tyson's great Uncle Jeff on the inside. And when you see Jeff, Tyson, and Mike together, you can tell they're related by their haircuts. Side by side, bumper to bumper. Nice tight pack of 6 cars. These drivers so close in their speeds that it just makes it so someone's got to make a mistake really for you to advance a position. Mike giving that 72 a bit of a bump. That's Dad saying to his kid, let's go, get going. Uncle Jeff still in the lead, the HJ5. Ashton Webster now going to look to the high side. No, he won't. He's going to stick to the bottom. Trying to see if he can get a nose on that 5 of Jeff Clark just to free up some space. Plipiak and Krisick going to sneak under the 72 of Tyson Clark. Jeff Clark, still your leader. Halfway this time by. Lots of laps left here. Lots can happen, lots to go. Just drivers got to be patient and bide their time. Plipiak on the high side in the 74 car by half a car. Coming out of corner 4. Ashton Webster going to try to follow him through. Jamie Krissick now up into 3rd. Try to find if he can find an opening with the 5 car, Jeff Clark. Krissick to the high side. Clark holding strong on the bottom. Jamie Krissick up into 2nd. There'll be 6 laps at the line to see if he can reel in that 74 car, Keaton Plipiak. Mike Clark gets an O's under the 5 of Jeff Clark. They're going to battle down the back straight. Jeff's going to have to move up to the high side. Mike on the bottom. Jeff gets a heck of a run out of 2. That car just turned the center real well. White flag going to come out this time by 2 to go on the blue wave board. Soon it'll be 1 to go. Your leader of the 74, Keaton Plipiak. I want to say special thank you, City of Grand Prairie, sponsoring this main event and our city police car. And your winner, Keaton Plipiak, 2nd, the 46. Jamie Krissick, 3rd will be Jeff Clark, 4th, the 92, Mike Clark, 5th. The 72 of Tyson Clark, and 6th, the 41, Ashton Webster. Big round of applause for those drivers. Heck of a job. We didn't have to use the tow truck today. That's a good day at the Hythe Motor Speedway. We hope you will join us tomorrow. We're going to go down, chat with some of our drivers, give away some trophies, and then that'll wrap up our day. We want to thank you again for taking the time to come out to the Speedway. Thank you to our sponsors, our 2 gold sponsors today, City of Grand Prairie and Streamline HD. We want to thank our silver sponsor, Wild Horizon Ventures, Today FM for their media sponsorship and being out here at the track with us all day long. It's been so awesome to have you here. Thank you, folks. drive safe. We're going to chat with our drivers. And don't forget, gates open tomorrow 1 p.m. with racing starting at 3. Your fourth place finisher today, driving the Pro West machine, that is Mike Clark. Third place today, driving the HJ5 Pure Chem Services machine, that is Uncle Jeff. You got a lot of nephews out there, Uncle Jeff. Second place today, driving the number 46 Crown Pell Ventures machine, Jamie Krisick. And your winner today in the GP Networks Winners Circle, driving the number 74 Alloy Industries machine, that is Keaton Polipiak. Joined here with the driver, the number 74. I don't know if it's the big games by the Blue Jays got you motivated or what it was, but how was the day today in the 74 machine?
Oh, it was pretty good. I got to give a big thanks to my dad, my crew chief. We've spent a lot of hours on this last month and a half, a lot of new changes, and just trying to make stuff work. I was pretty happy with it all day. There was a lot of super tight racing all day. So, yeah, it was good. It was fun, and turned out pretty good.
Yeah, and it was quick, and got out front and took off from the field, so that was pretty easy once you got out there. It was a bit, like you said, patience in the beginning of that heat. You got 6 cars that are so close, and there's not a lot of space, but, I mean, you know, we didn't have to use a tow truck today, so that's always good. And, next weekend, Super Nationals, a big race coming up August 30th, and I know important weekend for you, 3-time Super Nationals champion, and I'm sure this year you want to make it number 4. How many hours you guys spend between race weekends on the car? What kind of things are you doing?
On a normal race weekend, probably a couple of hours most nights. Last bit, it was every night, most of the weekends thrashing on the car. It can range from anything. We had to put a new oil pan on it, send it out, so pulling the engine, putting the engine back in, tearing the front end apart, trying new springs, all that good stuff. So it's a lot of hours, but it seems to work. So.
And a lot of it is so precise work. Like I know when you're bump steering and stuff, you're looking at, hundredths of an inch to get things to roll the way they should. And that's the time that makes the car just that little bit faster. So big props to you guys, your dad, your mom, the whole crew that gets this done. Again, your family has been here since the start. 30 years here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Your Uncle Dennis was one of those first drivers to race here your Grandpa Dennis, I apologize. And he's still running in Taylor like a crazy old silver fox. But great run today. We appreciate it, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Thanks, Keaton Plipiak, driver of the number 74 IMCA Modified. Thank you, folks. It's been a great weekend here at the Hythe Motors weekend number 1 day. We'll see you tomorrow at the Speedway for another day of racing action. Maybe the wind will turn off tomorrow. I don't know. It's Grand Prairie, so don't bank on it. But we hope to see your smiling faces tomorrow and to keep going with our 30th celebration here at the Hythe Motor Speedway. Thank you. Drive safe and have a great trip home. We'll see you tomorrow. Once we get the cars off the track, we can let you guys cross. And if you want to go down and check out the cars, that would be good. Parents, just be careful. Cars will be hot.